for the NWA World Tag Team Championship inside the Six Sons of Steel. Introducing first the challengers from the Latino Nation, accompanied by Conan, Homicide, and Hernandez, the Latin American Exchange.
You can hear the crowd giving it to them as you see these guys, but one thing you can't take away from LAX is the attitude. They've got attitude and they believe in themselves. And think about what lengths they will go to prove their point. Think about last week on Impact.
That was sick.
And what they did to Gail Kim. When they were working together with AMW 1 minute, and turn on them the next, and then that sight of Hernandez giving Gail Kim the border toss across the ring.
115-pound woman.
Sickening.
You're right.
Sickening, and that's who they are.
Look at Homicide hanging from the top of the steel cage. They will go to any length, Don, to prove that yes, the Latino revolution has arrived here in TNA.
Showing there the height of that cage as we look at Homicide. But Homicide showing his ability, his agility, able to scale that cage just like that.
We've talked about the team of Homicide, Hernandez. Don, you've mentioned it on many occasions. They have perhaps, with the power and strength and the size of big Hernandez, with the ability of Homicide, with Conan at ringside, with the strategy that he has, with the brain power, with the game plan, this may be the perfect team that everybody else is going to have to deal with for an awful long time here in TNA.
Well, they're fearless. They're not afraid to do anything. They'll put their body on the line at any cost.
Flags being draped on the ropes by Conan. Homicide, Hernandez as well. LAX is ready, and here we go. Here comes Styles and Daniels.
And their opponents are the defending NWA Tag Team Champions of the World, the phenomenal AJ Styles and the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Mike, I've got to throw something at you right here. This is something that normally you would say, but I looked this up. These two guys walking down the ramp, Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles, between the two of them, have held 19 title belts in TNA.
19?
19!
Break it down for me.
AJ Styles, 3 World Heavyweight Championships, 5 X Division Championships, 4 tag titles. Christopher Daniels, 2 X Division Championships, and 5 tag titles. You add it up, 19 times they've had gold.
What are you trying to do? Out-professor the professor?
I'm just doing my homework, my friend.
You just did it, baby, and I love it. That really tells it. That breaks it down for everybody, just how successful these two guys have been, and here we go. And how about this? They're taking it to LAX. They're taking the offensive right to them.
Well, they realized Conan's on the outside, and as soon as they got in that door, and they saw that LAX, I think, was watching them, letting them enjoy their stride in. And it's not about that for these guys. It's about just ending this right here with LAX, because they are Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles. They are what TNA Wrestling has been founded on. And look at that right there. It's Christopher Daniels, the backbreaker.
Yeah, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Daniels on Homicide. Fired off impactfully into the corner back first. If you think about it, Border Brawl, that was right up LAX's alley. Perfect for them. Ultimate X, it allowed Styles and Daniels to do what they do best. That's why, just like that, AJ airborne first with the knee, Daniels the follow move with the elbow. Tonight, 6 sides of steel. Yes, it isolates Conan. It keeps him out of the action. But does the 6 sides of steel match favor either of these teams, Don? Oh, that kick by Daniels.
Oh, this is going to be a match about opportunity. It's going to be a match of when somebody does something special and the other person can't retaliate. That's what this match is going to be about. Well, all 4 of these guys are so good. They're such great partners with each other. I mean, you can hate LAX all you want, but they're a perfect blend of a tag team when you consider Hernandez and Homicide, and they're fearless. They're not intimidated by all the gold that these two have carried in their tenure here. All they want to do is just carry on their agenda and make a statement, and what a drop kick by AJ.
There's a statement, and put an exclamation point on the end and say, drop kick by AJ Styles right into the face of Homicide. Forearm shot is the follow move. AJ measures him, sends him over to the corner, tag in. Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels is now legal.
He also got the knee up right there, and AJ sent him right into the knee. And these guys, they're just so fluid together.
Pin Daniels, cover on Homicide for a 2 count. You're right. Clothesline right into that suplex, and here you see the quick tags. And I think this is really going to be what Styles and Daniels need to counter Homicide and Hernandez, especially when you factor in the size and power of Hernandez.
I want to mention something else here. Oh, man. Homicide just vicious right there. And that's how they are.
And you see Conan at the ringside area, how happy he is as well.
Oh, look at that backbreaker by AJ Styles.
Pin by Styles? No, 2 count only, barely on Homicide.
I want to say this, and it's going to be hard to get this in. I mention it every time on the 6-side steel, but watch when someone goes face first into the cage or their body hits the cage. There's no give because of the 6 sides, like that right there.
Perfect point.
AJ, there's no give. He hits it, and that's why you see people get busted open so many times in a match like this, because it's like hitting a cheese grater. Your flesh just hits that cage and just rakes across the steel.
You're right. It'll cut you open raw. Sends him off into the corner, does Hernandez, who charges in. AJ able to get up the boot. Caught him with that boot right in the face. Oh, man, God, he just flung him.
Rammed him right in there, and you can see now Christopher Daniels coming out, knowing that AJ Styles caught him between the ropes and the cage, and there's only about, what, 8 inches, if that?
Hardly any room there. You're right, Don, and there's no movement. There's no give. Attempt at that tornado DDT out of the corner. Daniels able to block it, but he never saw that clothesline coming, and that son of a gun was vicious.
Oh, he busted right into that, and I'm telling you, we were talking about how good Styles and Daniels are together. Hey, that's what's made this war so great between these, because you don't really know who the better tag team is right now. LAX, love them, I hate them, and most people hate them.
You got to respect them nonetheless.
Respect them, thank you.
Great overhead shot, and there we take a look at it again. We saw that T-bone suplex, first by Homicide, and now up onto the shoulders. Hernandez has Daniels up there, and where's he going to take him? Oh, he's going to use Homicide out of the corner. Homicide up on the top, fall away, and here comes Homicide with the elbow.
Oh, great teamwork. You saw Daniels.
Here's the pin, 2, no.
Kicks out of it. You saw Daniels looking at Homicide, thinking he was coming at him there, and then the next thing you know, Hernandez just dropped him on his back. Oh, it's LAX right now, and AJ Styles has been busted. I thought he hit that. I didn't see it. Oh!
Took him overhead, did Homicide. Fallen Angel crashes down to the canvas, but you're right. AJ Styles, you see his forehead there. It was busted open on one of those 2 times that he was flung into the cage by Hernandez, who goes for the pin on Daniels.
It happened right in front of us, and I saw him hit his face first right here, and I thought there's no way he's going to be able to come through that without being bloody, and sure enough, there's no give in that cage, and that's just the facts.
The teamwork here of the Latin American Exchange, boy, it's tough to beat. Hernandez and Homicide. Suplex, hit by Homicide. Takes Daniels over. Caught him with the knee as he heads to the corner. Looks like Hernandez wants in. Homicide, I think, has other things on his mind. He was talking to Conan around the ringside area.
Conan handed Homicide something. It looks like a fork.
Is that what it was?
It looked like a fork.
He took whatever that object was that Conan handed through the cage, and he drove it right into the head of Daniels.
I don't know if we can see this, if we can get a close-up. I swear he's got a fork right against his hand. That is what it is.
Oh, God!
Oh, come on!
Repeated shots into the open wound. That's sickening.
Referee Hebner doesn't see it. Doesn't know it. And he sticks it in his boot right there as he goes over to, oh, unbelievable how he's been blocked from the view. And he has just taken that fork and grinded it in Daniels' head.
Oh, you're right. Homicide channeling Abdullah the Butcher, using that fork. Repeated shots to the head of the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Well, any way they can do it. They fight so dirty. And you know what? To them, it's just a way of life. I've got to be honest. It's not dirty to them. It's survival to them. It's how they get to the next level.
How does Conan describe his own team? Militant thugs, 24/7, 365. Daniel's going to spring off the ropes, but you know what? This power advantage, it might be too much. Oh man, back first, then into a power bomb.
I mean, it piles them right in.
Two Styles had to come in and make the save. Think of that. It'll shred your back. He takes you with all of his power. He slams you back first into the steel. He follows up with a power bomb. Styles luckily made the save.
Wait a minute, they're in the hand of Homicide. Looks like it is a tequila bottle. Oh, and he just spit the tequila right into the face, and now pouring it on him. Oh man, that's just insult to injury right there.
Homicide and Hernandez, Conan's Latin American exchange.
Think about the alcohol getting into the blood.
That's it. I mean, think about that, how that must burn.
The stinging, plus he got it in his eyes. Oh man, Christopher Daniels is in a bad situation right here.
With the blood flowing down his face, his head down onto his chest, fighting it off, and headbutts! Oh. Look at these shots by Daniels from up on top!
Oh, look at that! What a shot! Unbelievable! You've got to be kidding me right there! Oh, was that unreal?
He hip-tossed him from the top rope, and the crash down to the canvas. Let's look at this again.
Look at this shot! Hooks him, and then there it goes! Wow! Look at Homicide, just stunned. And here comes AJ, Mike.
Styles unloading. Right hands for both Homicide and Hernandez. Has them rocking. Back elbow sends Homicide into the ropes. Here comes Styles. Quick reversal. Homicide shoots him off. AJ springs back. Inverted DDT.
He's so smooth. It's just unbelievable. But you got to remember, everybody else there he goes after. He spins around and elbows Hernandez right in the face.
Springboard forearm shot by Styles to Hernandez. But the Latin American exchange, they've got the numbers game down pat, 2-on-1. Missed that clothesline, here they come.
Wow, out of nowhere, Christopher Daniels realizes they had a double shot on him right there. And they go after him, and now look at this. This is why they're the tag team champs. This is why they held gold 19 different times between the two of them. They're so resilient. And they're so athletic.
You're not kidding. Several bad landings in this match for Homicide, including that one right on his tailbone.
Right into the cage for Hernandez. Wow.
Styles and Daniels take the big man. They take him, they elevate him up into the air, and yes, turnabout fair play. Face first into the unprotected steel.
That was face first. Nice boot right there by Daniels.
High low!
Look at that combination, one low, one high.
Almost like a pinball between them, and then they take them out with that high-low move. High running knee by Daniels into the chest of Hernandez. Follow-up, drop kick by AJ.
Man, these guys are just putting it on, and they know that they have to. They've got to put it on right there. They can't let up for 1 second. And they're just grating his face. Oh, look at that as they just grate it against the cage.
Oh, think of that. Your nose on, your face, your eyes being pressed right into the steel.
Oh, what a kick to Pele right to the back of the head of Homicide. Wow, he didn't go full upside down, but he sure came close.
Daniels has got the fork, and Daniels took the fork and drove it right into the head of Homicide.
You can see he looked at Rohebner and said he used it on me. I'm using it on him, and I think Rohebner realized that they used it, and he's trying to stop it, but look at that, he just fired it in his head.
I love it. Styles and Daniels said, you want your era of violence? We're going to bring the violence right to LAX.
Oh, you can see right here a nice forearm shot by Daniels. As Homicide busted open, I think even Hernandez might be, I can't see. Oh, Daniels missed, and Homicide catches him with an elbow.
STO, judo takedown by Daniels on Homicide. Hernandez, oh man, the impact of that tackle.
And again, when a guy that strong, there's the Pele! Pele right there by AJ Styles. That's what I was talking about, doing the complete upside down bicycle kick. And the crowd loves it. AJ told me that people come to him everywhere he goes. And where did you come up with that? And he is just something special. That's what he does.
We've often talked about how AJ, he can think on his feet. He can improvise in a match like nobody else. Styles going to try and climb the corner of the cage, kicks Hernandez off. Kicks Homicide off first. Now Hernandez follows up behind him. He's going to try and pull AJ down from the cage. AJ's going to have nothing to do with it. Wait a minute.
What is he
doing? Now, AJ, think this through.
This is some high
Come on, AJ.
This is crazy right here.
Styles going to the top of the 6 sides of steel, and Homicide follows up.
I mean, when you get yourself put in a position, you better make sure of what your game plan is. Is Homicide trying to alter it, whatever it is? But look at AJ. Oh no, look at this. Now Homicide got him, but here goes Christopher Daniels up the hill.
Daniels as well. Daniels has got Homicide hooked. Homicide and Styles hanging on at the top of the cage. And here comes Hernandez, the big man from underneath.
And he knows that AJ's going to take the worst of this.
AJ hanging on. He's trying not to come over the top of the cage. But Hernandez has got so much power.
Oh, but AJ able to hold on. And Hernandez goes forward anyway. And all that did was cost Homicide.
AJ!
Unbelievable! Mike, you were pounding your table. Oh, you busted your pin all over the place.
We got ink that exploded all over the place. You're right. Check out the action in the ring. Oh, man! Out of nowhere. Hit the cutter on Styles. Daniels.
He hits it right here, and this is a chance. Oh, no. Wow. The strength of Hernandez is amazing as he uses the Cracker Jack right there on Christopher Daniels, and now he goes up. No way.
Come on.
No way.
You gotta be kidding me.
No way.
Is this guy out of his mind?
He is fearless.
He's 6'6", Don.
He's fearless.
He's 300 pounds nearly. He's at the top of the cage. Look out below.
No. And then he misses. He took too long getting up there, and AJ Styles able to get out of the way.
Amazingly, Styles able to avoid that contact. And can you imagine if someone like Hernandez coming off the top of the cage? Yeah, that look says it all. What a great shot. Woo.
What a man. What a night.
You said it all. Repeated shots to the back by Daniels on Hernandez.
Wait a minute, look at that. He handed him a coat hanger. He handed Homicide a coat hanger.
As he was going to go for the Angel's wings on Hernandez. And Homicide, he's got the coat hanger wrapped around the neck of Daniels.
I don't think referee or owner sees it. And look at this. Conan's pulling on the other side so that Christopher Daniels is stuck with the coat hanger around his neck. Oh, that's just sick. Daniels can't move.
This is a sickening situation. Can you imagine this? He's choking the life right out of Daniels with that coat hanger.
You're now looking at a 2-on-1 situation, but AJ Styles fighting with everything. The referee doesn't realize that Conan's holding the coat hanger from the other side. Look at that view. Good shot by the cameraman.
Like Daniels is passed out almost as Styles drops Homicide in mid-ring.
AJ, though, not any quit in him. There's no quit in him. And he just keeps going. The crowd loving everything they're seeing. Oh, but AJ just got turned inside out, upside down.
Bad landing on his neck.
No.
Here comes.
Oh, the Rico Killer. No, no, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners and new NWA World Tag Team Champions, the Latin American Extreme.
We said it earlier. Love him or hate him. You gotta respect him. You're damn right.